this one. Okay, there. So today we're gonna cover this. Okay, so trigonometry graphs, right? We're supposed to cover it last class, but we didn't have time. Okay, trigo graph. Okay, this will take me about half an hour lah. Half an hour, I think enough already. Okay, because it's not hard. The thing is, trigo graph is not hard. Okay, it's just a very quick revision, half an hour, and then we'll go into this. Okay, financial management, financial planning lah. Okay, so this one it's not hard as well. It's just that you need to know what to do lah. Okay, but the formula wise, not hard at all. I just more or less common sense, but you need to familiarize with the style, how SPM asks the question. Okay, so this one about half an hour will do, and then the remaining 1 hour, interest rates. Okay, interest rates. Okay, this one I purposely want to do this because I think out of at least 80, if not 90% of the papers, the trial papers that I saw, right, they have these interest questions, simple interest, compound interest. Okay? Okay, so that being said, let's get started. Okay, so again, pen, paper, everything, take out from your side. Okay, you do from your side. Okay, this one. Okay, so obviously trigo graphs, we all know sine, cosine, and tangent, right? So as you can see, I gave you here. Okay, sine, cosine, tangent. Okay, so this one you need to know how the graph look like. Okay, which is not hard. Let's focus on sine and cosine first, because sine and cosine, they are very, very related actually. Okay, so sine is the easiest one. It's like a wave. Okay, but what is the main? But actually, both are like waves. Sine and cosine are both like waves. The only difference is for sine, it starts from 0. For cosine, starts from 1. That's the only difference. And then the shape basically is the same, because this one you can keep repeating. This one also keep repeating. For both of these, okay, the diagram that you are seeing here, you are seeing one cycle. Okay, that means you started from 0, go up, come down, and then come back to the original position again. This is what you call one cycle. Okay, so same thing like here, right? You started from 1, you go down to the minimum, and then come back up to 1. So this is also one cycle. So these notes this is supposed to be your notes. Okay, I purposely snapshot for one cycle for you lah. Okay, so as you can see, okay, both of them, the maximum and the minimum for both graph is 1 and -1. Okay, easy. Okay, both are. Maximum is 1, minimum is -1. Okay. Okay, here. This one they like to ask what is the amplitude, what is the period. I know some students in school, you are learning in Malay. You are learning in Malay. So let me just write that down. For Malay, the amplitude is called amplitude, which is great because you don't need to remember another name. Okay, amplitude. Period, they call it tempo lah. Okay, done. So these two, you must know what it means lah. They love to ask about these. Okay, so amplitude is very easy. You see both. Okay, you know what? Let's do one by one. Let's look at the sine graph first. You look at the middle value, the middle y value of the sine graph is at 0. Is at y equals to 0, right? Okay, so amplitude, please must calculate from the middle value, the middle y value, all the way either to the max or to the minimum value. Okay, why I purposely want to mention this is because some students, okay, they told me, teacher, the amplitude is where, teacher? Amplitude is teacher, amplitude is from maximum to minimum. That's what they tell me. Hello, wrong, please, wrong, not max to min. Okay, very for those who take physics as well. Okay, I know we are in math class, right? But for those who take physics, I'm pretty sure you have to know this also, right? In the a wave function or like the if you shake the string or whatever, then they will ask you where is the amplitude. Please, it's never the max to the min. It's always the extreme points, meaning either the max or min, until the middle only. Like that. Okay, either this one or this one. So let me label A. A. mean the amplitude lah. Okay, so for this case, obviously the amplitude is 1 because the middle value is 0 ma, and then the maximum value is 1 ma. So the gap in between is 1, so 1. Okay, done. Same thing for cosine. So you same thing. Look at where's the the middle value, the middle y value here, 0 as well, 0 as well. Okay, so same thing, from the max to the middle, or from the mean to the middle. Okay, so amplitude, of course, for this case, amplitude also 1. Also, as you can see, sine and cosine, they are very similar. Okay, next, period. Okay, so period is how long it takes to complete one cycle. So that's why you purposely, I show you the photo of one cycle. Okay, so how long does it take to complete one cycle? You look here, 300 and okay, I know my diagram is not very clear, but yeah, if you zoom in, you should see that this is 360 degrees. So that means it takes 360 degrees to complete one cycle. So period is 360. Okay, same thing for cosine, also 360. Okay, done. Tangent, hold on first. Okay, I want to get into these two. Very important. Okay, this one I almost can guarantee. Sure will ask one, because even for the past year papers, every time they ask about trigo graphs, okay, this one sure come out one for sure. Okay, so what is this about? You see here. Now, instead of a normal sine function, this one is just normal y equals to sine x. This one we do some modification. We add on, okay? We add on some constant value A, B, and C. So it's like I put a constant A to multiply with the sign, okay? A, and then instead of x, I put a B to multiply with the x within the trigo ratio lah, okay, in the bracket lah, okay? And then I put another constant plus C at the back. Okay, so each of these value, right, depending on, later we're going to do some practice lah. For example, this one. Okay, for example, this one, very quickly, I just show you an example. Okay, so if you compare y equals to A sine B plus C, right? If you compare, looks like my A is 3 lah for this case. Okay, looks like my B is 2 lah for this case. And lastly, my C is 2. Okay, so this is what I mean by now suddenly, how come you have this value A, B, and C here? So of course, each of them, they mean different thing. Okay, they tell us different thing. Again, this is intensive class. Okay, intensive. We do not have time to go into the detail why A means why B means something. Okay, but for now, you just take it. If you don't know, just take it at ease first. Okay, because, well, intensive being intensive lah. Okay, so what does the value of A mean? Easy to remember. Amplitude. Okay, that means, right, whatever this gap is, this amplitude, it is being shown by this value here. So very quickly, they tell me A is 3, right, for this example. That means later when I draw this is a sine graph. So of course, sine graph looks like this lah. Okay, like this. That means straight away, my A, which is the amplitude, this has to be 3 already. The gap has to be 3. This gap also has to be 3 already. That's what it means. Okay? Okay. Next, B. What does the B mean? B is the value in the bracket, and it's right in front of X. Okay. This value, whatever this is, it tells us the number of cycles in 360 degrees. Okay, for now, I can't possibly explain to you why, okay, because we don't have time to derive to do the calculation, okay, but for now, just take it as is lah, okay. So the value of B is actually it tells you the number of cycles in 360. So looking at this example here, 2x, right, that means my B is 2. That means, in other words, right, within 0 to 360 degrees, okay, I will have to fit in 2 cycles. That means this one 1, then, oh my god, pardon my drawing lah. But you get the point lah. Of course, the cycle has to be exactly the same lah. The shape, okay, they are repeated. Okay, now like that. See, 1 and then 2 cycles within 360. Why? Because the B value is 2. Okay. So the B will always tell you the number of cycles. Okay. So some student be like, hey teacher, then maybe we can use B to calculate the period. So if you guys recall, right, what is the meaning of period just now? Just now we said the meaning of period is how long it takes to finish one cycle. How long it takes to complete. Let's not use the word finish. How long it takes to complete one cycle. So let's come back to here. You see, just now we said 2 means you have 2 cycles within 360, right? So if you want to find out how long it takes to complete one cycle, all you need to do is just, I hope you can tell me, just use 360 degrees, right? Divided by how many cycles you need to fit in, which is for this case 2. So 360, okay, so actually remember right here, period here, it's just 360 degrees divided by 2 cycles that you need to fit in. So then you can find out one cycle, it takes 180 degrees. That means at here, one cycle, 180 degrees here. Done. So this one is my period. Okay. So the formula for period, okay, actually not really formula, kind of logical thinking, but if you want to save your time or whatever, just memorize as formula, okay? All you need to do is just take 360 degrees divided by the number of cycles in there, then you can find out one cycle take how long really. Okay, done. Okay, so we'll deal with A and B, now C, okay? C, very easy. That just tells you where the middle Y value is. That means the line, this line here, where is it? That's the value of C. So for example, for this case, the value of C is 2, right? That means this middle value here, if I draw on the Y-axis, it will cross at 2. That's just what it means. Okay, that's just what it means. It's 2. So looks like if I want to find the maximum value, let me change color. The maximum value of the graph is right here, right? So from 2, the amplitude was 3. So 2 plus 3, 5. That's my maximum value. See? So actually, with the value of A, B, and C, right? Okay, if you understood what each of them mean, you can actually sketch out the diagram already. Sketch out the graph very quickly, very easy. Okay? Then minimum value, 2 is the middle value. You want to go down by 3 because the amplitude is 3. So 2 minus 3, you will get -1. This is my minimum value. So actually, you know what? Let me just write here. The max value of the graph is 5. The minimum value of the graph is -1. Okay? Done. Guys, if I'm going too fast, you just let me know. Because by now, I think you guys you already know, even the new ones, I can talk very fast. And I can talk non-stop. So the reason why I need to go fast because I was trying to cover all the material within 2 hours lah. Okay, but don't worry, please. Okay, if you need me to repeat anything, you need me to clarify, just in the chat box. Okay, please, in the chat box. You got asked, I will for sure answer. Okay, I will not ignore your question. Okay, but if you never ask, then I just move on already. Okay, okay, let me write it nicely. Okay. So good news is, if you understand what A, B, and C means for sine, the exact same definition applies to cosine. The only difference is the shape. Actually, the shape is also more or less the same, right? The only difference is that the cosine have to start from the maximum value only, right? The peak. For sine, it starts from 0 lah. But for cosine, it starts from a peak. That's the only difference. Okay, but everything else you can reuse. Everything else can reuse. Okay. All right, so let's do this now. Okay, so compare again. Okay, compare again. Y equals to A cosine B plus C. Okay, ABC. Hello, Vignesh. Wow, the class starts at 8 o'clock. Actually, there's a few more. Actually, not just Vignesh. People who join after 8 o'clock. Just FYI, the class starts at 8. Huh? Oh, dinner. Oh, sure lah, sure lah. Sure. Okay, but hey, I seriously no, because I need to respect the people who actually join on time, correct? Right? Because 8 o'clock, right? So tomorrow onwards, today I actually start at 8:05. Okay, but tomorrow onwards I will start sharp at 8. Sharp. Okay, because have to respect the time. Okay, I just say already, you late, you oh, I say, Valentine. Oh, you okay lah. If Valentine, okay lah. I also cannot wait. Like, you can go ahead with your Valentine dinner, sure. But it's just that I won't wait lah. Lol. Okay. Joke aside. Okay. Anyways, coming back to this. Yeah. Damn. Today is Valentine. I forgot also. Married for a few years, this is what you get lah. Just kidding. Just me only. Okay. So A is 5, okay. So B is 3, okay. So C, okay, guys, the C is supposed to be plus C, right? But this one is a -2, okay. So make sure you put in the negative as well, -2, okay. Without the negative, you will get the wrong answer, okay. So very quickly, let's sketch this out. Okay, let's sketch this out. Okay, so I'm gonna zoom this in so that we just focus on the question. Okay, try to recall for those. Okay, try to recall since this is a revision, right? Try to recall what each of these mean. So what you guys can do, you guys, I told you to take your paper, pencil out, right? You try to sketch from your side. You try to sketch from your side, and then you compare with my own sketch. I'm gonna sketch it here also. But you sketch it from your side and then you compare. This is how you learn. Okay? All right. So one by one. First thing first, this is a cosine graph. So definitely, of course, we will start from a cosine graph. Bang, like that. Okay. So you see, start from the max, go to the mean, and then come back to the max. This is one cycle. Okay, cosine graph. Okay, what else? My A value, okay? I hope you can tell me. What does the value of A mean? What does the value of A mean? Okay. Bing. Okay, your amplitude 5. A, remember, is the amplitude 5. That means the gap lah. Okay, the gap between the max to the middle and the middle to the minimum is 5. Done. B. Okay, this 3x, what does this 3 mean? Okay, recall. The value of 3 means you will have 3 cycles in 360 degrees. Okay, 3 cycles in 360. That means, okay, this one here, I already draw 1 cycle. Stop here. So I need to fit 3 more. Oh my God. Okay lah, you guys get what I mean. This one should be a repeat of that. Okay, that's the second cycle. Need longer. Then go 3rd cycle. Stop here. Okay, that means from the beginning here, this one is 0 all the way to 360 degrees. Okay, you need to actually let me not draw this first. Okay, you need to fit in 3 cycles. Okay, so if anybody asks you what is the period, what's the period of this graph? What's the period of this graph? Okay, of course, since you fit 3 cycles in 360, period means I want 1 cycle. How long? This is the meaning of period. Okay, so logically speaking, all you need to do is just take 360 degrees divided how many cycles you fit in for this case, which is 3 So looks like your period is gonna be 120. That means from here to here, this one cycle, right? Let me write this down. 120 degrees is here. Then from the 120, you go 1 more cycle, right? That means 240 is here because you added another 120. So if you do 240, you go 1 more cycle, you added another 120, it will reach to 360. Very nice one. Nice. Okay. Done. Okay. Last one, C. Okay, the C is the easiest one. It tells you, oh, this looks like an equal sign, but it meant to be, this is my negative, right? C is -2. So what does -2 tell you? Very easy. That means it tells you that this middle line, it crosses the y-axis at -2. This middle line is at -2 y value. Okay, so very easily, if the question asks for, actually here, they ask for it also maximum and minimum point, maximum and minimum value. Okay, so max value and min value. Once you know the value of A and C, very easily, right? You know that the middle value is -2. Max value, you have to go up by 5. You have to go up by 5. That means you need to increase lah, add lah. -2 plus 5, -2 plus 5. So you should get a 3. Okay, that means maximum value here lah. Here, this value here has to be 3. Okay, minimum value, same. From middle value, -2, you go down to 5. That means -2 minus a 5. -2 minus a 5. So you should get -7. Done. Okay, so that's why I say actually the graph is not hard. Graph is not hard. The only thing, this one is the most important one. Let me highlight this for you guys. The A, B, and C. You need to know what it means. Okay? And then, of course, you need to know the basic shape of sine and cosine graph. Okay? Okay, now, for tangent graph, let's just cover up for tangent graph is the one that is like the most awkward one. There's no resemblance at all comparing tangent graph to sine cosine graph. Okay, because it looks like this. Okay, so same thing, start from 0, but the graph goes upwards, curve upwards, and it never ever touch x at 90 degree. Never ever. Because if you guys, if you want to test, right, go ahead and press in calculator. Tangent 90 degrees, right? You see, when this x-axis, right? When x is 90, right? You can sub 90 here and you try you press in calculator and see what you get. See, that's why I say your calculator better beside you because I will ask you to do things like this, okay? If you do what I tell you, of course I cannot control you, right? Over a screen. But if you do what I tell you, you will see, tangent 90, you will get math error. You will get math error from the calculator. Okay? And the reason math error because of the graph, that means it's trying to tell you at x being 90 degree, tangent does not give you any value. So the graph, it will keep going, but it will never ever cross x equals to 90. Same here. When it goes down, it will go very, very close, but it will never ever cross. It will never, no, this one won't happen. It will never cross. Okay? And we give this line, right? This x equals to 90, this line, we give this a name. It is a line where the graph will never ever cross. This x equals to 90 degrees, right? Okay. This line, we call it in English. Sorry, in Malay, I don't know what it's called. Is it also asymptote? I don't know. Yeah, because sorry, I have been teaching in English for so many years already. My Malay, I give back to my teacher. Okay, but anyway, this is the line. The line is called asymptote. Okay, okay, so as you can see, right? You see, the first portion of the graph, starting from 0, it goes up all the way, go very, 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 very close to 90 degrees, but never cross. This is one portion of the graph. The next portion of the graph is here. It starts from here, very, 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 very close to 90, and then it reaches back to 0. It reaches back to 0. Y value reaches back to 0 at 180 degrees. Okay, so for tangent graph, right, the period is actually just from here to here. Why? Because as you can see, from 180 onwards, it's just a repeat, right? From 180 onwards, start from 0 and then it go up again. Then it never ever cross 270 degrees for this case. Okay, never ever cross 270, and then the other part also from 0 and then it goes very, very, very close to 270, but never cross. So you look at the first portion here and the second portion, isn't it repeated? Okay. So this one I wanted to point out purposely because the amplitude, okay, first of all, amplitude of tangent graph. If anybody asks you, what is the amplitude of tangent graph? You come back to my cosine. Student be like, huh? I don't know, teacher. Because the tangent graph keeps going up and keeps going down. It doesn't seem to reach a maximum or a minimum value. Unlike sine and cosine, both sine and cosine, you see, you reach maximum and minimum value. That's why you can find the amplitude. But this one don't have a tangent, don't have a. So that means, guys, the amplitude for tangent is NA. Not applicable. There's no such thing as amplitude for tangent. No, because it keeps going up, it keeps going down. It doesn't have a maximum or minimum value. Okay, but it does have a period, because what I just said earlier, okay, what I just said earlier, from 0 to 180, this one is one cycle, because one portion goes up, one portion goes down, and they never ever cross the middle. Then this whole chunk, you see, got repeated again from 180 to 360. Okay, so this one, let me label properly. This is period lah, one cycle. Okay, so one cycle, how long does it take? It only takes 180 degrees, unlike sine and cosine. See, sine and cosine, they took 360 to complete the cycle, but tangent, it only takes half of it, which is 180 degrees to complete the cycle. Okay, so the value of A, B, and C for tangent, okay, slightly different. First of all, for sine and cosine, the value of A is amplitude. But we just said what? Tangent doesn't have amplitude because it doesn't have max or mean value. So here, NA also. Not like NA lah. A can have some value like 2 tangents, something, 3 tangents, okay. But A, it doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. It's just like a constant in the it's just a constant in the graph. If anyone who wants to question, okay, then teacher, what will happen if I change the value of A? What will happen if I change the value of A? Yes, amplitude wouldn't change, but there's something will change. Like this one, I think is not in your syllabus, but it's just good to know. The concept is very similar to, you know, like the y equals to mx plus c, like whatever the coefficient of x, like whatever the value in front of x, this will tell you the gradient, right? That means how steep the graph looks, right? How steep the graph looks. If the gradient is very steep, then the graph looks like this. If the gradient is not very steep, it looks like this. So very similar to this one. A for tangent, okay, you don't have to memorize this, like just good to know only, like, okay. Actually, it tells you how steep the tangent graph is. That means let's just say if you have a normal tangent graph, let's just say it looks like this, right? Let's just say I change the value of A become 10. Wow, big value. Y equals 10 tangent x. Then the graph will suddenly become like this. Very steep graph. Like that. Let's just say this one is tangent x. 10 tangent x. This one is just normal tangent graph. This one is steeper, like that only. Okay, but don't worry lah. This one is not. You don't need to memorize that lah. Okay. Okay. Next one, B and C. Now the B is the same as this definition here for sine and cosine. It's also the number of cycles, but instead of in 360 degrees, is the number of cycles in only 180 degrees. Why? Because the original period is 180. Okay. Then you see, both sine and cosine, the original period is 360. Right? The original period is 360. So the value of B tells you how many cycles in 360. This one period is 180 originally. So B tells you the number of cycles in 180 instead of 360. Okay? So you see very similar one. And then the C, same thing. It also tells you the middle Y value. Okay? So you see, actually graph is not that hard. As long as you remember the meaning of A, B, and C, then can really. Cycles, you see, sometimes I talk faster than I write. So my writing is very messy. Okay, so let me highlight. Okay. Okay, done. Okay, so let's look at another style of this one is like this. This one, they gave you the graph. But then you are supposed to form the equation. Unlike these two examples that we did, right? This one is they gave you the equation, they ask you to draw, sketch the graph, and then they ask you mean, max, period, and all that. This one is the other way around, but it's okay. No worries. Okay, no worries. Let's try to do the first one first. Okay, let me zoom in. Oops, too far. Okay, here. Okay, one step at a time. Okay, first thing first, ask yourself, what type of graph is this first? Because we have to always start from whether is it a sine, cosine, or tangent, right? So obviously, hey guys, if you feel like tired, not focusing, you guys know you can always just type in the room chat, guys. Wait, you can just reply in the room chat one, no problem. Okay. When I ask questions like this, right? I do expect some response in the group chat, but of course I cannot force you to respond, right? But if you respond, it's actually not partially it's for me, but more is for you. Because you, when you type, you know you are awake. You know you are like at least focusing on the lesson, you know what I mean? Like this is a great way to keep your attention. Okay, thanks, Vignesh. I know Vignesh is like very the yes, thanks, Hazima. I know you guys are like very the responsive lah. Yeah. I do that all the time lah. Yeah, I do that with all my students all the time. Okay. That's why like some student, they'll say, teacher, one student response enough already lah. Basically, my answer is his answer. Copy and paste, copy and paste. Then I say, yeah, but he type, he awake, you never type, then you sleep, so up to you lah. Okay, okay. So anyways, yes, anybody, if you can respond in the chat group, that would be great. Okay, what type of graph is this? Come, what type of graph it is? Is this a sine graph, cosine graph, or a tangent graph? Hey, if people respond ready, you can also respond. If people respond wrong, then you respond right, that will be good. If people respond right, you respond right, that will be even better. Okay, thanks, Yixuan. Okay, so first thing first, this is a sine graph, totally agree. Okay, because it started off from the middle value, right? Looks like this, and then come back here, right? This looks like a one cycle, okay, and then looks like there's another cycle here. And then there's another cycle here. Looks like there are three cycles. Okay. So one step at a time. Hold on. So A sine bx plus c. Okay. Now we have to fill it up one by one. Okay. Let's start from A first. So recall what A means. Right? A means A. I hope you can tell me. The amplitude. Okay, very quickly, so just ask yourself what is the value of amplitude here? What's the gap here? So looks like the max value. Yeah, chop, Vignesh, be careful. It's always from the max value to the middle value here. But good try. Okay. Now I need to look very careful. Amplitude is always from the max to the middle, which is 1, Vignesh. Okay, from 4 to 1. So the gap actually is just 3. There we go. Okay. Okay, let's go. You see, you got respond, wrong, even better. Why? Because you know where the mistake is. Okay. So done. 3. Okay, amplitude is 3. Done. Let me just write it nicely lah. Okay, amplitude is 3. Okay, next, B. Okay, what does B mean? If you recall, what does B mean? B is the number of cycles in 360 degrees, because this is sine graph. Sine and cosine is within 360. If it's tangent, then within 180. Okay, so ask yourself, look at logic only, just look at the graph. How many cycles are there? There we go. Thanks, Vignesh. 3. Done. See? That's why very easy only. This is a question, a free mark question if you know what A, B, and C mean. Okay, last one, C. C is the easiest out of all 3. Why? Because just look at the middle value. Where does it cross? It crosses at 1, right? Sudah. That is the answer. 1. Okay? So let's write this nicely. And I should have write it like 3. And then write nicely lah. Of course, the answer. Let me write it. Okay, green. Good for eyes. Y equals to 3 sine 3x plus 1. Done. Okay? Sudah. Okay, next. Okay, come. Same thing, same. What is the type of graph? What shape is this? Is this a sine graph? Is it a cosine graph? Thank you, Yixuan. Hopefully, no one tells me this is a tangent graph. Tangent is the most weird looking one. Okay. So yes, I do agree this is a cosine because it starts from max. Okay. So one. Okay. Let me, let me just write it down. Okay. Y equals to A cosine. Okay. BX plus C. Okay. One by one again. A. Come. Value. Anybody? Okay. Let's go. Nur Fatiha, thanks for the response though. You want to check your answer? Fatiha, check your answer. The rest come. Wrong, correct, never mind. Actually, honestly, if you type something in the chat box, you would have been awake already. Like wrong or right, it's still you can learn along the way. Okay, wait. Look, the maximum is 4. The minimum is negative. Oh, say. Vignesh, thanks for that. Okay. So looks like the middle value. Wait, Vignesh, check. One of the value. Hello, one of the value, Vignesh. Check. Okay. I would say I agree. Right? The amplitude, A is the amplitude here. 4. I agree. Right? From maximum to the middle, 4. Agree. So this is 4. You know what? Let me just straight away erase this really. 4. Okay, 4. Okay. B, yes, it's the number of cycles. Okay, number of cycles within 360. It looks okay. 1 until here. Okay. 2 until here. 3 until here. Nice. 3. Done. Bing. Okay, I agree. Lastly, the C. Vignesh, should try again. C. Okay. It again is the middle value. Okay, C is the middle value, and you need to see where it crosses. Where does it cross the middle value? It crossed the middle value at Y0. Yeah. Possible what? Possible, Why not? Possible what? Okay, cross at 0. So that means, how does the graph, how does the function look like? That means it's just Y equals to 4 cosine 3x plus 0 means plus nothing what? That's it lah. That's the final answer. Okay. Actually, I just want to point out also, some question is like this one, Okay, some question is like this. I give you one example. Because I scared some student they panic when they see question like this. Let's say you know what? Okay, let's say this one is my middle value. Let's just say this is 2 lah. Okay, and then let's just say I do 1, 2, and then I stop here. This one here is 360 degrees. And then this one is my Y. Okay, you know what, everybody? Let's try this. Okay, done. Yeah, this is my graph. This is my graph. Okay, the maximum value here is 5. The minimum value here is -1. Okay, come. Everybody, okay, start. What type of graph is this? What type of graph is this? Yes, very good. Thank you. Okay, Hazim and Vignesh, thanks. Okay, A sine bx plus c. Okay, done. Sine, correct. Okay, now one by one. A. Okay, come. What is the value of A for this case? What is the value of A for this case? You have this chapter. Oh, you. Oh no. Hey, I hope it helps lah. I hope it like that only lah. Hong Ming, No lah, no hard lah. Okay, thanks. 3 lah. Amplitude nah. Like that only. Okay. Kasihan Hong Ming. Okay, no, you don't put any emotion into the chapter. You just learn it as all other chapter. Okay, just tell yourself, very easy. You just need to do A, B, and C. Nothing else. Okay, done. 3. Okay, because the amplitude is 3. Okay, done. Easy one. Okay, guys, what about B? Come. This one. I say, Hazim, I say, totally agree. B is the number of cycles in 360, right? You see, I purposely try to trick you. 1 cycle until here. This is 1 sine cycle. This one, some students, they cha-cha. Cikgu, half. I say, yeah, half. What's the problem? Half lah. So, I totally agree. B value can be of decimal. Who say must be the integer? Who say must be whole number? Who say must be nice number? Some students they say, teacher, can we change it to fraction? Boleh. 3/2 lah. Okay, can. Very good. Lastly, C. Okay, so you see, A done already. Alright. 3.5 C. No. Overthinking already, Vignesh. You wait. Overthinking, Vignesh. Middle value. Vignesh, out of all these three, all A, B, and C, C is the easiest. Yeah. No, two. Yeah. Yeah, two. Okay, yes. Middle. Okay, just find where the middle is. Just put on it, copy and paste. Done lah. Okay, so final answer, y equals to 3 sine. Okay lah. Fraction lah, 3/2 or 1.5 also can plus 2. Done. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. Sometimes how to say if you keep thinking something is very hard it stops the learning also. So sometimes we need to brainwash ourselves. Really, I'm not even kidding, Like you need to tell yourself, okay, it's easy, I can do it, brainwash like that, so that it give you confidence. Okay, this one is actually a actual trial paper question, but I think this one is easy lah. Okay, now the graph shows, you see, they told you sine graphs are more so good. Okay, this is this value A. This is the value of A lah. Okay, A sine something, so A is 2. So A is 2 straight away. You see, for me, when I do question like this, since I know A is amplitude, I faster label first lah. Just label here lah. Then I won't forget lor. Right? A is 2 lor. Okay. Then, very quickly. Since I know A is 2, straight away I can find the value of P already. 3 mark question. 3 mark question if you know what A, B, and C mean. Done. Right? From 0 plus the amplitude 2, P is 2 lah. Done. Okay. Next. They also want to find the value of K. So K is right here. Okay. So sine X looks like there is no, because normally it's A sine BX plus C, right? So 2 sine X and then nothing here. So it looks like B. A lot of students, they tell you, teacher, B is 0, teacher. I smack the head. Not 0, okay? Because 0 times X here will be 0, okay? So this is actually represent 1. Okay, 1. So the B value is 1. So what it means? It means it has 1 cycle only in 360 degrees. So from here, 1 cycle only in 360 degrees. Done. That's the value of K. See? Where got heart? No heart. Okay, and then, okay lah, this one actually plus C. So, okay lah, let's just double check lah. Plus C, obviously there's nothing here, right? Nothing means really plus 0 lor. So C is 0. Is it C 0? C represent the middle Y value. Is it 0? Yeah, it is at 0. Yeah, cross at the origin. Yes. Okay, so it matches. Okay, next, state the minimum. Oh yeah, this one easy lah. From 0, minimum value is right here. So it must be -2 lor. Done. Okay. Hey, actually, for those who think that the chapter is hard, right? You can also just ask your question one, It's like, for example, okay, you tell me which part you feel hard lah. Is it very hard to memorize ABC, or is it very hard to visualize, or what? You can type your confused confused about what actually I'm interested to know. Is it because you don't know what is the meaning of A, B, and C? That's why you are confused. You know what I mean? So maybe is it because of that? If you know what A, B, and C mean, then you most really are okay. Next is you just recognize where is 1 cycle lah, right? You need to recognize where is 1 cycle is. That's it only ma. Okay. No worries, guys. Type your concern in the chat box. I'll try my best to help you lah. Sometimes I overlook. Overlook, this one is a careless mistake. Okay. So of course, practice lah. Yeah, that's careless mistake lah. So actually, careless mistake. Hey, one thing also, guys. when you guys do the trial paper, okay, I know lah. Okay, let me talk a little bit of the tips how you prepare yourself when you do the trial paper. When you mark your trial paper, please, after you finish one set of trial paper, please mark and then learn from the mistake before you move on to the next set. But when you do, after you mark the trial paper, right, can you do yourself a favor? You calculate how many careless mistake marks. Have you guys ever tried that? You calculate how many careless mistake you make and how many marks you lose because of careless mistake. You try. Surprisingly, I would say about 50, if not more, 50%, if not more, students, their grade can improve one more grade just by removing the careless mistake. Do you believe me or not? That means, let's just say they mark, they got a C, okay? And then if they count how many careless mistake they make, they count the marks, and then they add back to their marks, right? Suddenly they become B. Do you believe that? You try? See whether are you one of them? I see. Okay? All right, let's go. Okay, next topic, this one financial management. This one also very easy. Okay, this one just a very quick recap. Okay, the main thing I just straight away going to tell you, the main thing you need to know is just this one. Cash flow. This one, whoever. Money. Actually, last time I used to ask my students, okay, who doesn't like money? If everybody likes money, then you would have conquered this chapter, because this chapter is all about counting money. And then mana tahu, some student they actually say, teacher, I have no interest in counting money. I was like, you sure? I'm like, okay lah, I respect different people have different interests lah. Some people, they are more how to say interested in terms of money matter, but some not. I understand lah. Okay, but this one, everybody, regardless you like it or not, you have to know this lah, because moving forward your personal finances, everybody have to do it by yourself. And this is the most important one, cash flow. I am not a lot of students will ask, teacher, what is the purpose we learn math? Hello, this is one of the main reasons why you learn math. Finally, you have your reason why you need to learn math. Because this one, I'm not going to lie to you, even until today, now, okay, as I work, I do this all the time. I check my cash flow in a monthly basis. I make sure I do not overspend, and that is how I make sure I have a good life. The definition of good life means you have a positive cash flow, not how much money you make. Ooh. Okay, you must quote that. Okay. The quality of your life depends on your cash flow, does not depend on the money that you make. You remember this lah, okay, when you grow up. When you grow older, you already grow up, but when you grow older, you remember this, what I said. Okay, so how do you calculate cash flow? Very easy. You just take all the income that you make minus of all the expenses that you spend. Okay, so income got two. One is active income, one is passive income. I hope this one okay lah. Active income means you got work, you got earn. You stop working, you stop earning. For example, teach tuition. I got teach, I will earn. I stop teaching, I stop earning the tuition fee. This is called active income. Okay, passive income is even you don't work, the money will come in. For example, a renter. Let's say you buy a property and you rent out the your house lah. Okay, you rent out the property that you bought lah. Okay, so regardless you got work or no work, the rental, okay, theoretically the rental should come in. You don't tell me, hey, but teacher, some tenant doesn't give me the rental on time, what I have to got cases like that also. But I'm saying theoretically the rental should come in regardless you work or you don't work. Correct? So that's passive income. And this is actually very, very relevant. In general, passive income comes from two sources. One is houses lah, properties lah, from rental. Another one is from share, buy shares, stock market. Okay, from dividend. That means when when you own a certain share, the company as a token of appreciation, they say, okay lah, since you willing to buy my share, right, from my company, so every year I give you a bit of the dividend. You buy the number of share, the more you buy, the more dividend you will get. This one is the company out of the token of appreciation, they give it to you. This one also passive income. Also got for those who are interested, ask your parents lah, or now you can go Google. There are quite a number of shares in Malaysia where when you own the share, you will actually start getting money every normally is every half a year. Every half a year they will give you, the company will give you, they will bank into your account. So you sit there, do nothing, also the money will come in. Yeah. This is what everybody is trying to look for lah, passive income lah. Okay, but anyways, we will get into this lah when we do the calculation. Okay, now expenses. Okay, also got two. One is fixed expenses. Another one is variable expenses. Okay. Later on, the Malay translation is here lah. Okay. Income pendapatan lah, active passive lah. Expenses perbelanjaan lah. Okay, belanja lah. Okay, spending lah. Okay. Tetap and tidak tetap lah. Means fixed and variable. Variable means tidak tetap. Means fixed expenses means every month is the same one. For example, if you buy a car, right, normally you won't buy a car by cash, because one car is like what, 30 and the cheapest car is like 30K, right? 30,000, right? If you want some Mercedes BM, that is it can go to 200 300,000. Okay, so most probably people don't buy car by cash. Got also lah, but not a lot lah. So if they don't buy by cash, they lend from bank. Okay, so then if you lend from bank, of course you need to pay back to the bank lah. So that one is a monthly payment. You need to pay back to the bank. Okay, so that is called fixed expenses, because every month you have to pay the same amount. Variable means, okay, for example, your petrol, right? Your monthly petrol expenses. Every month you go everywhere, not the same one ma. So, but it's still expenses are still spending. Quite fun actually, this topic. If I have more time, I will be able to talk more about this stuff. But it's all right. Okay, variable. Okay, so very easy. Then you take all money you earn minus all the money you spend. That is going to be your so-called cash flow. That means that is the remaining money that you have in hand. Okay, and then people who are smart, they will not make their cash flow very low, and they will make their cash flow very big. Means they will be able to keep a lot of money that they earn from the income, and then they do investment. Okay, these are smart people doing. Okay, anyways, let's get started on the questions. Okay, so this one, I think this question is quite easy lah. I purposely take this question because it can help you to clarify what is active income, passive income, fixed expense, and variable expenses. Okay, so the question is really just asking which one is which. Okay, okay, so if you look at that, all the incomes, very nice. They group it for you already. All of these are incomes. Everything under this column, all of these are expenses. Good lah. Okay, that means my active and passive income most probably just here. So, teacher's salary, yes. You got teach, you got earn. You know teach, you know earn. So this one, active. Okay, tuition teacher, active also. So both of these, active income. Okay, active income. Okay, the other two. Okay, rental receipt. You see? Did I not just tell you, right? Rental, property, share, dividend, share interest, dividend. Okay, this one another word, dividend. Okay, the company give you because you earn their you own their share. So these two, passive. And in real life, it's really just I would say majority of the passive income in real life, even in adult world, really come from these two. Of course, there are a few more lah, but these two is the most accessible one. Means you can do this. Everyone can do that. Everyone can get this. Okay. Of course, by putting some effort lah, not come from the sky lah. Okay. Okay. Expenses, housing installment. Every time you see this keyword installment means you are lending money from the bank. Okay. So that means this must be fixed already lah. Fixed expenses. Okay. And then lastly, allowance to parents, okay, groceries, utility bill. Utility means your electric and water bill. Okay, for those who doesn't know, utility means electric and water. Okay, petrol. So all of these allowance to parents, grocery, this one, you can change. You can change this very easily every month, right? So this one, all of this, we call it variable expenses. Okay, that's it. Yeah, so to do this question, actually, I feel like this question very easy, right? How many marks? Fell 4 marks, yeah, really, because 3 mark question, right? Just add only, okay? Active, add this. Passive, add this. Fix this, X this. Variable, add. That's it. Okay? Okay, no other question. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this one. Okay, Encik Rahman is an officer, sure. He received, okay, salary. So first thing, salary, active income. Got do, got earn. No do, no earn. Okay, this one income. So you know what? Let me write this down first. Income. Okay. Looks like the question asks us for cash flow. So do lah. Okay, find all the cash, find all the income, find all the expenses, and then minus. So 5,200. Okay, you know what? Let me just pull it over so that I make the screen slightly bigger, easier to write. Okay. 5,200. So 5,200, okay. And then what else? To increase the income, he become a direct sale agent. Okay, wow, this one is the hardworking, Encik Rahman, hardworking. Okay, based after he work 9 to 5 p.m. He doesn't just go back home and rest already. He continue to work as this one is his part-time job. Earn a commission of 900 per month. Yay, earn more. Okay, so table 9 show the expenses. So all of these are expenses lah. Okay, so I think you guys can type in calculator, add everything up. This will give you commission is oh, good question, Vinesh, good question. Commission is not fixed. Okay, so what is the difference between commission and salary? Okay, let me know. So what is the difference between a commission and salary? Salary is fixed every month. You will get the same amount of money from your boss. But commission, no. And why no? Because it depends on the sales that you make. Sales means you are selling things. The more sales you make, the more things you sell for the company, the commission that you get for that month is going to be more. So actually, for like we call office job. When we say office job means like, for example, engineers lah, accountants lah, technicians lah, manufacturer workers lah, like that. They don't need to go anywhere one. Okay, their workplace normally fixed in one place. They will take salary. They will take salary. People who take commission are normally salespeople. That means they have to go around, have to look for customer, have to talk to customer, drive here, drive there one. These people they take commission. Okay, because then fair one. Right? I make more sales, of course I'll get more money lah. Right? Good question. Okay. Okay. So anyways, if you add all of the expenses out, let me see. To speed things up, I already did it here. I get where? I get 3,950. Okay. Okay. This is the expenses. Okay. The income. Okay. Let me just add this up also. Income, I get 6,100. Okay. So my expenses. Oh, okay. Not bad. This Encik Rahman. Okay. The income can cover the expenses. That means definitely got cash flow already. Cash flow. Right? That means how much remaining. So he'll have 2150. Very good. So this one, guys, depending on how financially savvy or how financially smart you are, some people they say, hey, this month I got 2,000 something. I go and buy a 1,000 ringgit sports shoe. I know, boys, guys, you want what branded, what Jordan, Air Jordan sports shoe. How much is that? I don't know. Some people they start to spend really. This is how they spend, okay? But some they say, no, I'm not gonna use my money to spend on luxury items, because what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use this money, I'm gonna do some investment. Investment means you can take this money and put into places where it can generate passive income for you. So people who have good financial the knowledge, they will take this money and they will start to save enough already. They go and buy a house, and then they buy the house, and then they rent the house, and then the house will start to give them even more passive income, even more income. So at one day, if they continue to do that, can you imagine at one day their passive income is very possibly more than their active income. Hey, remember, this 6,100 is active income. That means you stop working, no more 6,000. You stop working, no more 6,000. But one day you will be old one, right? When you old, you're going to depend on the passive income. So can you imagine if you accumulate the passive income until more than 6,000, let's just say at the age of 50. Hey, you know what that means? That means you can quit all your job and you still have income, passive income to come in from your rental, from your share. And then you can still, this is called retire young, retire rich. Okay, I don't know whether you guys know this, but I love to talk about it because it's very, very relevant to our life. Okay. If you ask me, yes, my friends, even myself, we plan this one. We really plan this. That's why we never simply spend our money. Right? Even we got extra cash flow, we never simply spend one. Okay. Next, if you read the question, guys, part B, this Encik Rahman want to buy a used car for his son. Okay lah, got son ready. Okay, for 35,000. Okay, can? He will use his saving of 5,000. Okay, let's say he has some saving lah. Sure, he will use his saving as an advance. Okay, what is the meaning of advance? This one. So you guys need to also know lah, what is the operation of buying a car. So normally, you see a car 35,000. Most people, they won't, straight away, I got 35,000 cash, straight away buy the car. No lah, very few one. Okay, so advance means it's like a down payment. It's like I pay first. I pay 5,000 first. Okay, so let me write it down. The 35,000 car, right? You pay 5,000 first. This one pay first. Pay already, okay? So the remaining money, which is 30,000, this one normally you will loan it from bank. Loan from bank. That means you borrow this money from bank. Okay? So then the balance will be paid within 7 years. Yeah lah. That means you loan this money from bank. Bank will slowly release this amount of money to the bank will pay 30,000 for you to the car dealer. Okay, to the car company, and then you have to pay back the bank this amount of money that you loan from it in 7 years. So every month you need to pay a bit, pay a bit, pay a bit, pay a bit until 7 years. And then fully paying this to the bank. Okay, but this is how bank do business. Takkan the bank just lend you 30K for no reason, right? And what, lend you 30K and then they just get back 30K? No. They will charge you lah. They will charge you because they say, hey, this 30K, I could have taken this 30K. Bank tell you, hey, I could have taken this 30K to do something else, but now I decided to lend to you, so I must charge you lah. Like that lah. This is how bank earns money. Okay. So how much they charge? They charge this 3.7%. And guys, the 3.7% that they charge is always annually. Annually means every year. What it means? That means the 30,000 times your 3.7%, right? You type this in calculator. Okay, how much is that? Let me how much is that? Let me see. This one is here I calculate already. 7770. You know this amount? This amount you have to pay to the bank every year as a token of appreciation to the bank because they lend you money. So that means, guys, on top of the 30K that you loan from the bank, you have to pay extra 7,770 to the bank every year for 7 years because you loan it for 7 years. So you go and calculate how much you need to pay back to the bank. Okay, so actually let's do that. Let's do that. Okay, so the total amount that you need to pay back to the bank okay, is how much? First of all, of course, you need to pay back the 30,000 because you lend it from the bank. But on top of that, the interest you also need to pay. And then this interest is 7 years. 7 years of interest. So this one only 1 year, you need to times 7. Woof! Woof, okay? Add up how much? Sorry. 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 This one I think I press calculator. No. This one I think I already times 7. Sorry. This one should only be 1,000. Yeah. Thanks, Ishan. Nobody correct me. Walao eh. Terkejut just now. Okay. Why is that? Oh, suddenly, wow, no wonder. Yeah, I said, wow, suddenly so big. Bankrupt already. Cannot pay back. Okay. 1 year is 1,000 something. So 1,000 something times 7. So then I get 7,770. Okay. Then added with my 30K, you need to pay back 37,770. This is how much you need to pay back in 7 years. Okay? Okay. So if you want to see whether you can afford, you see the question is asking whether you can afford the car or not. That means you need to make sure lah. This one, the bank is like this. You need to pay back this much for 7 years, right? The bank will divide for you. They will divide for you monthly. Monthly installment. That means monthly you need to pay back how much lah. So all you need to do is just the total amount that you need to pay back in 7 years divided by how many months are there in 7 years. So 7 times 12, you have 84 months. Okay, so press in calculator, I get 449.67. Okay, that means every month, if you pay back this amount to the bank, this is close to 450, okay, $450, you will be able to complete the payment of the whole thing in 7 years. Okay, so now you ask yourself lah, this Encik Rahman, he just now we calculate already, he has how much cash flow? Remaining cash flow, he has 2,000 something cash flow. So will he able to afford paying an extra 450 to the bank? The answer is yes, boleh, because 2,000-ish, I minus off 450, I still left with 1,550. Still left with 1,000 something cash flow. Not bad one. Actually not bad. Okay, so therefore my answer is yes, it can afford because 449.64, it is less than the cash flow. So can pay back. Okay? This one, because I love talking about real life applications. So when I teach this chapter, normally I'm very happy because finally this is really something everybody is very applicable in real life. Even for you guys, even you guys haven't started working, you know you can actually already apply this. You know you can actually, okay, very quickly. Your income is where? Your pocket money lah, guys. Everybody, your parents for sure give you pocket money, right? Doesn't matter a lot or little, doesn't matter. But you have income, which is your pocket money. Then what is your expenses? Supposedly, you should only spend your pocket money in your canteen, right? For your food only lah. But some students, they don't know spend it to some snacks lah, some drinks lah, up to you, okay? So, but if you're smart, if you already learned this and you should apply to your real life, if you are smart, you should reduce your expenses, okay? I'm not asking you to starve yourself, please, you should still eat. Some students, teacher, I want to increase my cash flow, so I don't want to spend at all my income. Cannot lah. You have to eat also, right? So eat well, right? Eat healthily, but other than that, save, right? Save your cash flow. If you guys, 17 years old this year, right? Right, 17 years old. If you start now, do you know how much money you will accumulate in the next 10 years? The next 10 years, you only 27 only. If you accumulate 10 years, do you know how much money you will get? Okay, so last part of the lesson, okay, interest rate, okay. This one very, very relevant as well, because all of us, okay, I wouldn't say all, but most of us, even for you guys also in future, you will for sure need to, let's just say, buy car, buy houses. Some of you even want to start your own business. All of these would require you to lend it from bank, right? Because the money that you need to buy a house, buy a car, and start a business normally is not a small amount. Okay, unless you're really that rich, you have so much cash, okay, but normally you don't. So whenever you start loaning, whenever you start to lend from the bank, you need to know how to calculate interest rate. Okay, now let me be very frank with you. In real life, nobody use simple interest on. Everybody, real life, banks, investment, everybody do this one. Everybody do compound. Why? Because compound can earn more. People who do simple interest is maybe like your parents, like your parents lend you a big amount of money, and then when you pay back, of course you need to pay back some token, right? You need to pay them back a little bit more for, as a token of appreciation, because they lend you money, right? And then you calculate with simple interest. If you calculate with compound interest, oh Lord, you need to pay back a lot more. But for your sake, for your SPM, we need to know both lah. Okay, we need to know both. Okay, so all of these formula are given in your formula sheet. Okay, so again, formula given means you don't need to memorize, yes, but you need to know how to use it. Okay, so first thing first, faedah mudah, simple interest. What does all of this letter mean? Okay, let me put it down here. Okay, so this is capital letter I. The I means is the total interest earned or the interest that you need to pay. Depend. If you lend money to other people, then that person have to pay you this much interest in addition to the money that you lend them. Okay, or vice versa. If the bank lend you the money, that means you not only need to pay back the money that you lend, you also need to pay back this interest. I means the interest that you need to pay extra. Okay, so PRT, okay, P means actually P stands for principal amount. That means your original amount that you lend from the bank or somebody else lend from you, principal amount. That means your original amount, original amount of money that you lend. Okay, R. Okay, R means the interest rate. R stands for rate. These are rate. Okay, so this one's then next interest rate, it always given in terms of percent. Okay, always given in terms of percent. So that means later when let's just say the interest rate is 1%. So when you sub this in, you must do 1 over 100. That's what it means. 1% is 1 over 100, 2% is 2 over 100. So percent means over 100. Okay, when you sub, you need to make sure it's always the percent over 100. Okay. So, okay, and one more thing about this interest rate. This one is always, okay, let me red color. The interest rate that we are referring to is always the annual interest rate. That means the interest that is interest rate that is applied to you every single year. Okay. Next, T. T is the number of years. Number of years of your loan. Okay, done very quickly. Okay, so jumlah bayar balik. Total amount payable. This one means what is the final amount that you need to pay back if you apply interest rate, if you apply simple interest, is of course the principal amount that you lend plus all the additional interest that you have to pay back. Okay, actually I shouldn't write here total interest earned. I should say total interest, total amount of interest. Okay. Amount of interest. Okay, done. Yeah, so that's why they straight away the formula straight away give you P plus PRT because the formula of I is PRT here. Okay, but essentially it's just this the total money that you need to pay back is not just the original amount but also the interest. Okay, this one is simple interest. The next one, compound interest. Okay, a lot of students, they don't know what this means. Maturity value. Okay, maturity value. This just means the same as the total amount payable. That means the formula for compound interest, right? If you sub it to the formula, it straight away give you the final amount, all including the interest, everything you need to pay back in one formula already. But for simple interest, if you want everything, you have to find the interest first, then add it to your principal. Then only you can find your total amount payable. But compound interest, no need. The formula itself straight away give you the total final amount, including the interest already. Okay? So, if for compound interest, the question only asks what is the interest earned, you actually need to use this formula, right, to find the total. Okay, this is total minus of the principal. Then only you can find out how much is the interest that you need to pay extra. Okay? Yeah, so P, we know lah. P is the same value, is the same meaning as simple interest, the original amount. R also the same. T also the same. The only difference here is the N. What is the value of N here mean? Okay, N here means the number of times you need to pay the interest in 1 year. Number of times of interest payment in 1 year. This is the only difference between compound interest and simple interest. Okay. Actually, if you don't understand this, let's just straight away go into a question. Okay, guys, look at this question. Okay, paper, pen, pencil, paper, calculator. Okay, let's do this question together. Because as I do this question, you will straight away understand simple and compound already. Okay. Bing. Okay, let's read. At the beginning of 2019, all right, Swami deposit 15,000. Okay, 15,000 in a fixed deposit in this bank lah. Okay, so this is the original amount that she banked in, right? That means this must be the principal straight away already. Okay, with the interest rate. Okay, interest rate. You see, per annum means annually lah. So this one straight away is the annual interest rate. This is R. Okay, interest rate and compounded. Compound interest compounded once every 3 months. So guys, remember I said the value of N here. Value of N, what does it mean? It's the number of times, how many times you need to pay the interest payment within 1 year. If you need to compound every 3 months, that means you need to pay every 3 months, right? One year is 12 months, right? Every 3 months means you need to pay 4 times lah. 12 divided by 3, you need to pay 4 times in a year. So that means for this case, right, if you compound every 3 months, your value of N, the number of times that you need to pay or get the interest, right, N equals to 4, because you will get 4 times the interest in a year. Okay, so actually let me write down. R is 4, P is 15,000. All right. Okay, what else? Until the end of 2021. Oh, okay. So you started the investment in 2019. You ended in 2021. That means the number of years, T. Here, the T, right? The number of years is 2 years though, because 2021 minus 2019. So 2 years. Okay, this one, I just write out a unit for you so that you understand what it is. You need to get 4 times in a year. Okay, this one is the percent. Okay, done. All right, what do they want? Find the difference. Okay, for those who joined my class yesterday, is it? No, definitely not. Friday, I think Friday. I did mention, right? When you see this word difference means what do you want to find? Okay, I hope you guys can tell me. Difference means minus. Okay. Thanks. Thanks, Yishan. Got response. I'm very happy when I see response. At least I know I'm not talking to a wall. Okay, so thanks for that. Okay, so what is the difference, which is minus? Difference between what? Difference between the amount of interest earned by Suhaida if she's given a simple interest compared to compound interest. So that's why I love this question. This question is from which paper? I forgot to wait. Let me check here. This question, I love this question because it really tests your Kedah, from Kedah. Kedah trial paper, very good question. Okay, it wants you to calculate both simple interest and compound interest, and then they want you to find the difference between these two. That means they want you to see lah, which one will earn more lah. Okay, so recall if it's simple interest, copy down the formula. I equals to PRT. Okay, so P for this case 15,000. Okay, R for this case 4%. So don't forget must convert this into fraction 4/100. How many years? T is how many years? 2 years. Okay, here T is 2. Then press in calculator. I get this. Okay, that means if the bank uses simple interest, Suhaimi will be able to earn an additional 1,200. Okay, why earn? Because I'm not going to get into detail on this but fixed deposit is actually an investment you can make. Remember, guys, I told you that if you have cash flow, right? If you have extra money every month, right? You can actually invest your money into fixed deposit. This one, every bank got one. Okay, so the purpose of fixed deposit is like this. You have extra money, you put it into the bank, into this fixed deposit. The bank is going to lend this money from you, and then they're going to do investment with your money. This is how bank make money. Another way bank makes money is they take the money in the fixed deposit and then they go and invest. Then of course after they invest they will earn money the bank will earn money Then when the bank earn money, of course they have to give back your money in the fixed deposit because right, because that's your money right. But as a token of appreciation, because you lend money to the bank to do investment. So when the bank earn money, as a token of appreciation, the bank will Hong Ming, now only you know this is called passive income, Hong Ming. I say, hey, hello, it really works, hello. Unfortunately, the only thing which is not practical is this interest rate. Because now, or as of today, okay, you go ask any bank, they will tell you they got fixed deposit one. Yeah, they got one. They do provide this service, but then the interest rate not that high now I think only 2.1%, 2.1, 2.5%, less than 3% for sure Yeah, but okay better than none, right? Got free money, who don't want, right? Yeah, so if you have extra money, you can put it into fixed deposit one. And then you will start to earn. So this bank is very good 4% very high That means if you lend money to the bank, when the bank pay you back, right, give back your money, it will give you extra 4% give back to you. So Suhaimi, she will earn 1,200, in 2 years, by doing nothing. Okay, but this is in simple interest Let's calculate. If the bank applies compound interest, how much you will earn? If it's compound interest, how much you will earn? Okay, so remember just now I said the compound interest formula, it tells you the total money that you will get back. But the question now doesn't want the total. The question only wants the interest earned only. That means they want the interest only. Okay, that means you need to use this compound interest formula. You found the value already. Then you need to minus off how much she put in at the beginning, so that you know what is the additional money that she earned, the interest. Okay, so let me copy this down. The interest for compound interest. Oh, sorry. You guys don't know. That's why people who learn this chapter from me, they will start to become very strict, very stingy already. I cannot lend money from me. I want to keep my money. I want to invest in fixed deposit. Don't come to me like that. I want to ask me spend money. I go away. I want to spend my money. Really? Because they know already. Hey, seriously, if you know this, why would you simply spend your money, right? Walao, can use money, earn money. Who don't want? Okay, so the maturity minus the principal. Okay, the maturity value is the formula okay. This one I copy Okay, so P 1 plus R over NT. I copy formula first okay, minus the P. Okay, now sub the value in 15,000. 1 plus by R. Don't forget 4%, you still need to change this to 4/100 so I put here 4/100 okay, and 4 times in a year, so 4. Okay, so 4 times T is 2. Okay, n times t, 4 times 2, minus 15,000. Okay, this one actually you can press the whole thing in your calculator lah. Okay, I get 1,242.85, guys. Did I not tell you? Did I not tell you in real life nobody wants to use simple interest one? Because, hello, just by changing, it's the same amount of money, you know, hello. It's the same amount of money that I invest, but just by changing the way the interest is being applied, instead of simple, I apply it in compound. Hey, I earn an additional 42 ringgit leh. Who don't want? I mean, free money, right? Who don't want? That's why in real life, nobody use simple interest. Right? Everybody use compound. Okay lah. So, but don't forget, we still have to answer the question. They want a difference. So therefore, difference means you need to minus also, obviously lah. Okay. I think if I'm Suhaimi, I must persuade the bank. Do compound, but bank really do compound one. Bank really do compound. Bank doesn't do simple interest one. So like that. So good. So moving forward, we will see a next generation of people can save more money. Hopefully you guys can retire young, retire rich. Okay, done. Okay, so you earn an extra 42, close to $43 lah if you do compound interest. Okay? Nice. Okay. Yes. Come, last two questions. Okay, this last two question is a different style of question because I think this question itself summarizes interest in a very good way. Basically, if you really understood every single step in this question, that's it already. Your interest knowledge is there already. Okay, this two is basically a different style of question that I want to show you. Okay, so one by one. Here. All right, what they say. This Encik Aaron, okay, wants to buy a car. Okay, you see, voila, this car, this one, definitely not, definitely some overseas car, maybe Honda Civic. I don't know. Can buy Honda Civic. Okay. Whether can buy Merc or not, still cannot. Merc much more expensive than this. Okay. Anyways, so to buy the car, he pays 12% down payment, right? It's just the same question as we did just now. How you buy car? Normally you pay a bit as a down payment, it's like you pay a bit first lah, and then the remaining the balance you loan it from a bank like that. Okay, so I think from here we can calculate first. Okay, 135,000, right? 12% down payment. You calculate how much first. So this one can press in calculator times 12 over 100 lah. How much is that? Let's see. Where is the question? Okay. So looks like this one is 16,200. That means wow, actually this Mr. Aaron not bad. That means he managed to save up this much cash, and this down payment normally have to pay by cash one, guys. This one have to pay by cash. That means your cash flow you need to accumulate until this amount, then you pay one shot. Okay. This one is down payment. So of course, after down payment, the remaining balance you have to get it from the bank lah. So let's calculate how much money you need to lend from the bank. Okay, so from this amount, you minus off the cash that you already pay off lah, which is left with this much. Okay. This is the money that you need to lend from the bank really. Okay, can. So bank-wise says, well, okay, I can lend it from. Just a little bit of side note. You know, guys, not every bank will decide will lend money from you one. Before you lend money from the bank will check you one, you know. Like if you are the person who always owe credit card debt, if you are a person who sometimes pay the bank, sometimes doesn't pay, you know, like not consistent. When you pay the bank, sometimes pay, sometimes don't pay. You know they won't lend it to you one. So what to lend from bank also got criteria, okay? Okay, so anyways, so this bank-wide decide to loan Encik Aaron, okay, for 9 years. All right, 9 years, simple interest. Okay lah, okay, for the sake of SPM only, but in reality, compound interest one. Okay, but simple interest, 2.75%. So this is R, this one is my T. And then, of course, how much money I need to loan from the bank? This much. So it's like P. Okay? So it looks like from here, P and R, I think I got this value. I can find out how much money, right? How much money I need to pay back to the bank in total already. Okay, so total money to pay to the bank, payable. Okay, to bank, how much money you need to pay back to the bank? First of all, you did lend this much money from the bank. Okay, so of course you must pay back this much money from the bank, but on top of that, you have to pay back the bank the interest lah. This 2.75% interest for 9 years. So have to use the formula PRT. PRT, if you guys remember the formula for interest, simple interest. Here, PRT. Okay, so actually, you know what? Let me just directly sub this in already lah. So P is what? Okay, P is that. P R 2.75% means over 100 and T 9 years. Okay, type this whole thing to calculator. You get 148,220. Some students who are a little bit more money sensitive, RM sensitive, they say, hey, wait. Are you telling me I lend money from the bank, I only lend 118 something? Hello, I need to pay back the bank 148 something. I need to pay back additional about 30K difference. I say yes. 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 Ho Ming, that is the interest. That 30K is the interest that you need to pay to the bank on top of the money you lend from the bank. And that is how bank makes money. This is one of the income stream for bank. Or else how you think bank is what? Philanthropy. Do just give out money free like that. No lah. This is one of the reason they earn money. So the 30K is for the bank already. Pocket money for the bank. So now let's calculate monthly. Okay, what the question one, monthly amount installment. That means in 9 years you need to pay back this amount to the bank. Okay, so every month how much you need to pay? So of course this one very easy lah. All you need to do is just divide installment. This much money you need to pay back in 9 years. So 9 years got so 9 times 12 is 108 months lah. Okay, so take the total divided by the number of months. You will get 1372.75. This is the amount of money you need to bank into the bank on time some more. Hello, if you don't bank it on time, there will be penalty also. They will charge you, Hey, if you lend money from a bank and then you don't pay back the bank on a consistent basis, they charge you even more. So that's why we always say, hello, think before you make a debt. Think before you make a loan. You need to make sure for the next 7 years, 9 years, if you buy house, you're gonna have to pay back the money even longer because house is a lot more expensive than this. Normally, housing loan can last 20 is considered quite short. It's a legalized one, Okay. Legalized one, okay? Guys, that's why you see, if you want to buy anything, you must think before you buy. Because you need to make sure, for the next 9 years, 10 years, 20 years, for houses, the loan can go up to 35 years maximum. 5 years, every single month, you better make sure you can pay this money. Don't care what, you cannot tell back, hey, sorry, I changed job. This month I don't have income. No, I don't care. So this is a big commitment. So I hope you guys have some more empathy to your parents now. Hello, where are you guys staying? In the house that your parents buy, right? How did your parents buy the house? Loan from the bank, right? That means, hello, you think you ask your parent, go after this lesson, go and ask your parent how much money they have to pay to the bank every single month for the next 20 to 30 years. How much money they need to pay? That means when they stop working, you know how much money they have to how much stress they will get if the income doesn't come in, because the bank don't care one. Okay, I hope you guys understand a little bit more about your stress as a parent. Okay, one last question. I think today we'll be able to end earlier lah. Okay, so this is my last question already. Okay, anyways, come, let's read the question. Rizal invest, okay, a total of, okay, investment, guys. This one teach you how to get passive income. Free money, okay. Okay, how? This is a here, okay. Result. Invest this much unit of share worth 1 ringgit and 50 cents per unit in Amanah Saham Mewah. Okay, so this one, he buy share. Okay, how much money he spent to buy share? One share is 1 ringgit and 50 cents. He buy the 3,500 units. Okay, so let me just calculate the cost. Cost means how much you spend to get the share. So 1 ringgit and 50 cents multiplied by this much units. Okay, so Rizal, why we keep calling him Rizal? Rizal, he spent $5,250. That means this guy must have been saving already, because Takkan suddenly got 5,000 something in his cash flow, right? That means maybe every month he tried his best to save. Every month maybe save 500, and then after 10 months, he managed to get this amount already. Okay, so once he get this amount, what he decided to do, instead of buying luxury goods like LV bags, sorry. Okay, instead of buying all the luxury goods, right, he decided to invest, take this money and go and buy share. Why he want to buy share? Let's continue to read. Okay, by the end of December 2020, Amanah Saham paid, yay, 6.5% dividend. That means the Amanah Saham, as a token of appreciation. Oh, thank you, Rizal, for buying our share. So by the end of this year, we're gonna give you 6.5% extra cash. Smart, not this result. You save, and then you go and buy this, and then by the end of the day, this money is kept with the Amanah Saham lah, of course. But every year you're gonna get extra 6.5%. Whew, annual. This is annual dividend. Dividend is always annual. Every year they will give you. Ka-ching! Times 6.5%. Okay, over 100. So how much? The dividend she'll get 341.25 cents. That means every year for free, right? Rizal will get this 300 something. So if he's smart, do you think he's gonna increase the amount of share? Because the more share you buy, right, the more dividend you get. And then anyways, this one is from saving what? You see? Okay. So this one is actually your passive income already. Every year you will get this without doing anything. Okay. So what else? In January 2021, okay, the next year, Rizal sold all his share at 180 per unit. This is another beauty for share. The price of share, right, it will fluctuate one. So if you time your if you time your purchase correctly, if you buy at a lower price, in future, if you know for sure the future price of the share will go up, right? Then you better buy now lah. You better buy now, and then maybe you wait for 1 year, like what this result did. After 1 year, you see, wait, can earn 30 cents per share, you know. Okay, so let's calculate. Let's calculate how much. Okay, so I would say revenue lah, or how much he get after selling all the share. So 180 cents. 1 ringgit and 80 cents per share, and then he sold all his shares, so he sold all 3,500 units lah. Okay, so how much he get here? From the sale, he gets 6,300. You see? Hey, very smart this guy. He used 5,000 something. He earned back 300 something and some extra from the sale some more. Walao, smart guy, okay? Calculate his return on investment, short form, ROI. ROI. This is a very common term in stock investment. Okay, so what is ROI? Very easy only lah. This one is just try to confuse you as some fancy name lah, yeah. So, but what ROI means is just you go and find how much profit you earn out of your cost times 100%. That means the higher the ROI, that means you earn more lah. Okay, that means you earn more. So let's calculate how much profit he gets. So profit is all of the money he earned minus off how much he spent at the beginning. So 6300 plus 341.25 minus of 5250. Okay, this one, okay, is the profit. And then out of how much he spent 5250. Okay, and then convert to percentage. So type this in calculator. He get an ROI of 26.5%. If you guys want to know exactly how much money he makes, right, from this investment, this amount here is how much? I calculate already. 1,391.25. Guys, is he a smart guy or not? He save. That's why this guy, of course, is very perseverance, got perseverance, right? He can tahan, he doesn't simply spend his money, right? About maybe he saved this much money in a year, and then he go and buy this, do this investment, okay, buy this share, right? He earned back. Of course, he will get back his 5,000 something, but on top of that, he earned 1,300 something within a year because he buy at 2020, he sell at 2021. Within a year, he earned this much extra without needing to do anything, Smart kid, smart guy. Okay, and then the ROI is 26.5%. Honestly speaking, 26.5% is a very high ROI. In reality, if we are just talking about like normal investment in shares okay, or stocks, share or stock, right? If you have an ROI at about 10 to 15%, you are considered very good already. You are considered like good good. The world's best stock investor, the name is Warren Buffett. Okay, he made consistently about not consistently, averagely, because some year he made more, some year he made less. Okay, 20% annually. That one is the world best like that. Okay, of course we are talking about stock. If you talk about other investment vehicle, other investment method, right, of course it can be more than 10, 15, even 20, 26%, also possible one, but that one more risky. Normally it's like this the higher the return, the riskier it is. Okay, that's it. Okay, today we are able to end the lesson slightly earlier, 15 minutes earlier, because I done ready. Okay, tomorrow we will also do financial stuff. We'll do insurance and tax not hard. It's just a revision because it's a lot It's like a lot of this and that, this and this, that and that. Okay, so tomorrow we'll revise insurance and taxation. Okay, so any other questions? Okay, I'm gonna of course I'm gonna stay back about 5-10 minutes or so, depending on how much questions you guys have. Okay, no question there, of course I can end the session earlier. Quite interesting, right? This one for property. Property is another type of investment okay. Property investment last time maybe how to buy. Start to ask for financial advisors now. Okay, let me finish my story first. For property, if you're talking about like maybe 10 years, I would say 10 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago, wow, property really can earn a lot. If you know how to invest in property, wow, that one, the ROI can be even higher than that, can be even higher than 26%. But now, not really. Now. So for now until probably the next 10 years, property is not very lucrative in terms of investment. So now a lot of people, they move to stock or buying stock, buying shares. Okay, so to answer Vignesh's question, instead of asking how to buy share, a more important question is how to pick shares. Do you know how many shares are there in Malaysia? Just in Malaysia alone. We haven't talked about international shares. We're not talking about Apple, Google share, Facebook share. We haven't talked about not Facebook. Now it's Meta already, right? Just in KL alone, I think if I'm not mistaken, the last time I checked, about 200 shares that you can choose from, and it's up to you. Okay, it's up to you. You pick wrongly, then your okay. One thing, okay, this one I also okay. Let's not paint a too beautiful picture for you guys later. Everything, oh, everybody say, wow, buy share. Say okay, guys, if you do any investment, including shares, including properties, right, there is a risk that you need to take. Why? Because this question, let me hide here, this question here, result is to a certain extent, he's lucky to a certain extent. Why? Because when he bought in 2020, the share is cheaper, all right? And then when he sell it, the share is at a higher price. But who tells you that the share will definitely goes up in price in future? Who tells you that? Hello? Not necessarily, right? So people who so-called they say they bought their wrong share, so-called if they say they bought the wrong share, what they mean is when they buy the share, it's of a higher price. Now when they want to sell, oh no, cannot, the price of the share go down already. So when if they sell the share now, they will be losing money already. Okay, so please when we talk about all this investment, you need to understand there is a component of risk. The share is not guarantee will go up one. However, okay, but if you're talking about dividend, dividend is another story. Now, dividend depends on the company. So if you look at the share, okay, and you see that, oh, this company, for example, let's just say Hap Sing lah. Okay, Hap Sing, everybody is Hap Sing, right? The biscuit. Okay, that one you also can buy their share. So for example, their share, if I'm not mistaken, you go and check lah. Did they pay out dividend? You need to go and check the track record. Did they pay out dividend every single year for maybe the past 10 years or 15 years? If they do that consistently, then most probably again nothing is 100% because they could have changed their mind 5 years down the road. We don't know. But most probably, if nothing big happened, they will continue to pay the dividend to their investor lah, the people who buy their stock lah, every year. So actually, normally dividend is, I would say, more consistent. It's a more consistent passive income compared to the price, the price of the, because the price can fluctuate. That one is very hard to predict one. Like that, okay. So actually, Vignesh, the first question is how to pick the right stock, not how to buy. you have to do your research first. You cannot simply, people spend days, weeks, even months to study just 1-2 shares, then only they make the decision to buy the share. Okay, they don't simply just take because all the money is hard-earned money. Hello, you save the money you save is all from hard-earned money. You don't simply just, I want to make passive income, simply buy. No, nobody do that. Okay, you have to do all your research. You must understand the company, whether does the company make money or not. Must make sure the company makes money. Must make sure the company is under a good management team. They don't just simply make some shitty product and not supposed to say, but they don't just simply make mediocre product to sell to consumers. They make sure that it's a proper business before you actually buy in their share. Okay, so stock picking, that's the first step. Then only you ask yourself how to buy share. So how to buy share, got a lot of ways. Online can buy, go to bank also can buy. You can buy it through bank also, okay? But doesn't matter which way you buy, you have to pay a little bit extra lah. Why? Because for example, if you ask the bank to buy for you, of course, you are asking the bank for a service ma, right? So you have to pay for their service a little bit lah. A little bit you pay for their service. If you buy online also, the service fee you also need to pay, but slightly less lah. But if you buy from bank is more secure. Bank is more secure. But if you buy online, that one the risk is on your own. But anyways, you guys also can't. I don't know. I don't think you guys can buy share now also because 17 years old still not so underage. You need to be able to open the account first. Yeah, in order to open account, I don't know, it's 18 years old or 21 years old. This one I don't know. Okay, but it doesn't matter. Save first. Do this. Where's my slide? Do this first. Cash flow. Save first. Save, and then when your age reach the what, then you can do investment. Okay. Can you share this document? This one, because I don't have all your contact. If you guys want this, then I have to ask the company, whether are they okay if they share this to you guys or not. Okay. do me a favor, Fateha, if you want this, right? Yeah. Because I don't have access to all your contacts one. Yeah, that's the thing. Okay, so do me a favor, if you want this, maybe you can text the person who helped you register for this course. You ask them directly. Maybe then maybe they will consider. Okay, we ask from both sides. I ask from my side, you ask from your side. Okay, and then you let me know like if you have any news. Okay, okay. If there's no other question, I guess that's it for today. Okay. Have a good night. Tomorrow we'll do insurance and taxation. Okay. Okay. Bye. Yes, no problem, Ishan. Bye, guys. Okay. Have a good night.